It is finally the weekend, and hopefully, you guys are having a good start to your Saturday. And I'm thinking of doing character concept videos every Saturday now, just because I feel it would be a good way to just start off the weekend with something fun and creative. But let me know if you guys want me to do it every Saturday. If not, then I'll just do it every once in a while. But I feel starting off the weekend with something fun and creative would be cool. But let me know what you guys think. And also, by the way, shoot me questions in the comments below, or if you want to ask me on Twitter, I'll leave my Twitter in the description below as well. 'Cause I want to start doing a Q&A video. So if any of you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. And again, I'll have my Twitter in the description. So if you want to ask me on Twitter instead of YouTube, you can do that also. If you want to ask me anything personal, you can. Or if you want to ask me anything about the game, or how I started playing Pokemon Masters, like just any kind of question you have, you can just leave it in the comments, or if you want to ask me on Twitter, you can do that also. Anyways, let's just get with the character concept video. So, we're going to be starting off with Elio, Ultra, and Necrozma. And they're going to be a Master Fair, which is pretty interesting. I could actually see something like this happening because we know Necrozma being a super strong boss in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I could actually see something like this coming. Not like this actual kit, but something with Necrozma and Elio possibly. If not Elio, then maybe Celine. But yeah, anyways, let's just get with it. So they're gonna be a 6-star EX tech type, and they're gonna be a Massive Fair because you can see that metal at the top over there. And they'll be a psychic type, and they'll be weak to bug. And for their stats, their HP is going to be at 712, physical attack 350, physical defense 292, special attack 370, special defense 256, and speed is a whopping start of 200. And, and I say a whopping start because all of this isn't going to be at 20 out of 20, but still, even at 20 out of 20, their speed is going to be very slow. So it's weird to see Necrozma or Ultra Necrozma, or just Necrozma in general, with 200 speed. I don't know. I don't even know his stats in the main series game, so I don't know if this is accurate to the main series games. But regardless, it is a slow Pokemon. So the moves are going to be Confusion, Star Power, Photon Gracer, or Photon Geyser. I think it's Geyser. And then for the training move, it's going to be Light of Binding. And by the way, Geyser, it becomes a physical move if the user's attack is higher. So if you increase your physical attack instead of special attack, this move will become a physical attacking move, which is very cool. And if you increase your special attack, then it's going to stay as a special attacking move. So I do like that, because if you go up against a stage that is weak against physical attacking moves, then obviously you can bring in someone that can increase your physical attack, and then boom, there we go. That move will turn into a physical attacking move. So I like it. I do really like that concept big time. And then for the training move, Light of Binding is 1 MP, and it doubles the user's current stat buffs, which is very good, and applies the stat reduction protection field on the allied field of play, which is also very good. So you don't have to worry about your stats getting lowered for the time being, and then causes the move gauge to accelerate on the allied field of play. And then for the sync move, Ultra Bright Light that burns the sky. That's one long name. Like, imagine that actually being in the game. That thing won't even fit onto the actual player card with, like, when you're actually in battle. Like, it's gonna have to overlap or something. It's so long. It's so long. Like, imagine in the game and the characters have to, like, say their training move name or their sync move name. Like, imagine you're in battle and you just hear Ultra Bright Light that burns the sky every single time you use your sync move. It's gonna be so funny. But anyways, I do like the name, just a little bit too long, just a tad too long, but regardless, I like it. Maybe you could just shrink it down to Ultra Bright Light or Ultra Light, I don't know, a little bit shorter, maybe just a little bit, but I do like it. For the passive, he's gonna have the massive passive, and it's gonna be the same thing as Leon, but for champions. So powers up the moves of all ally sync pairs by 15%. So that's going to be with everyone, but obviously if you have more champions on the team, it's going to get higher, but we'll get more into that. And then reduces attack damage taken by all ally sync pairs by 25%. And again, it's going to be 25% for everyone, but the more champions you have on the team, it'll be higher. And again, we'll get into that. These percentages increase according to the number of allied sync pairs with the champion theme on your team. And each additional sync pair powers up moves by 10% and reduces damage by 5%. The maximum power increase is 35%, and the maximum damage reduction is 35%. And when you have a full champion team, that's gonna be insane. Because then, like, you can have Cynthia, you can have Lance, you can have Alder. Like, the combination that you could do with this is just gonna be incredible. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and something like this would be crazy busted, but at the same time, it will be super, super fun. And any kind of sync pair that has damage reduction is going to help strikers big time. Because then in the future, when we have more master pairs that are strikers of the same type, the damage that you're going to be doing is going to be insane. Like, it really, really is. Because then when you have a full team of fire type strikers with master passives, think of the damage that you're going to be doing. Like, that's going to be over. That's going to be like what, 180 special attack and physical attack increase from the type skill alone, not including with the master passive with the percent increase. Like, it's going to be insane. Like, imagine a full team of master passives with the same type. Let's continue with the passive. So he's going to have Stat Leech 9, Splash Damage 1. And basically when you attack the other opponents take 10% of the damage dealt as well. So, like, if you attack the boss Pokemon and you do, like, let's say 13,000 damage, the side Pokemon will also be taking 10% of that damage, which is very cool. And I can see something like that happening in Pokemon Masters as well. That would be very strong, of course, because, like, think of it, like 10% damage from 10,000 from a normal move, or a sync move, like, that is going to be 1,000 damage on the side Pokemon. And we know the side Pokemon don't have a lot of HP. So 1,000 damage is going to do quite a bit, maybe even knock out a lot of them in most cases. So that's very good. And then he has Aggravation 9 for the Sync Grid. For 1 out of 5 notable tiles, Star Power Move Gauge Refresh and Confusion Move Gauge Refresh. And I like how he's actually getting really into this, like getting detailed. And then for Sync Grid 2 out of 5 notable tiles, Double Down, Power Loving. Oh, Power Loving, that's, yeah. With being a tech type, very strong. And then we get Photon Geyser, Move Gauge Refresh, Photon Geyser, High Ground. Powers up moves, the more the user's stats had been raised, so that's a multiplier there. So a bunch of multipliers already, so that's pretty crazy with the damage that he could be doing. And then for Sync Grid 3 out of 5, notable tiles, Rising Tide, Stop Hitting Yourself 4, Trend Spread 9, when an opponent is inflicted with flinch, confused, or trapped, also applies to all opponents, so that's really good. So if you flinch the target or the boss Pokemon, then the side Pokemon also become like flinched. I don't know why I struggle with that, but that's very good. And then Sharp Entry 3 drastically raises the user's critical hit rate when the user enters the battle. He's self-sufficient with crits, so that's good. That's actually really, really good. And this is very cool too. I do really like this concept. Among all the concepts that I've done on this channel, this has to be my favorite so far, honestly. This is very creative, and I do really like this a lot. And something like this could possibly happen. Maybe not, like, completely, like I said, but it is possible to have something like this. Like, for example, the Master Passive, this is most likely going to happen in the future. Maybe better or a little bit more trimmed down, like Leon's. But the Master Passive, this is, like, sort of what we're working with right now because we don't know what other stuff they could possibly do. Who knows, maybe for a Master Passive support type, they can give us 15% more defense and stuff like that. And when stuff like that happens, like, we're just going to be getting in the wild territory. Shout out to Galar Stan. Forgot to show you at the beginning, but shout out to Galar Stan for creating this character concept. And I do really love this one. So nice job on this one. And see this one here, because this one caught my attention. Meowth and Wobbuffet. Meowth is going to be with Wobbuffet. So Meowth is going to be the trainer. And let's see what Linkable has to say. So shout out to you for this concept. And he says, all right, here's a fun gimmick I thought of that would be fun as a gag character. And yeah, that would be pretty funny, honestly. Having Meowth as the trainer and then Wobbuffet as the Pokemon. I think it would be super, super cool. So there'll be a 3-star, I think, maybe a 6-star because there's EX, but we'll just go with 6 stars and see how it is with their kit. So there'll be a Psychic Normal, there'll be a Tech type, and they'll be weak to Bug and Fighting. Oh wait, no, is Meowth and, I think, okay, so there's 2 typings here. Anyways, Psychic and Normal, Tech type, Bug, and Fighting, they'll be weak to. And then for the theme skills, they'll have Team Rocket, Kanto, Villain, and they'll be Psychic and Normal type. EX Attire, oh, okay, so they can go 6-star, okay. So EX Attire, Incognito, Meowth. And then for moves, they'll have Counter, Mirror Coat, Meowth, that's right. I like that. Oh, that brings back memories. And then it's the 2 MP move. It increases speed by +2 on self, guess regeneration status, and then potion to MP. And then for the Sync move, Mischievous, Fury Swipes, 150 base power. Pokemon switches to Meowth if has EX attire shows on the Pokemon. That's actually really cool. I can see something like that happening where Pokemon Masters actually starts introducing like stuff on the actual Pokemon, and that would be a good selling point too. Like imagine having a Lucario with some kind of aesthetic look to him, not like the Mega Evolution kind of side, but with some kind of like coat or cape or something like that. I think that would be super cool to add to Pokemon Masters as well. Would it be a little bit weird at times? Yeah, but if they can pull it off right, I think it would be super cool. Um, and it acts like a Mega Evolution. Yeah, so there we go. So it can act like a Mega Evolution. So if they like run out of Mega Evolutions to do, they could do something like that. Like what Linkable said right here, like can act like a Mega Evolution, and I think that'll be super cool. And then change the moves. Counter will turn into Scratch, and this is almost like um, a um, a change mechanic or a switch mechanic, like in Dokkan Battle if you play that, like with Vegeta and Trunks, like with those switchable characters. I forget the actual name for that, but if like it's almost acting like that. So like you do your sync move and then it turns into another character like that's on the card as well. So like in this case, it will turn into Meowth from Wobbuffet. And I think that would be super cool. Like having 2 Pokemon in one sync pair, that would be freaking awesome. Calendar will turn into Scratch, and it will be 30 base power. Mirror Coat turns into Covette, and it will be a 60 base power move. And user attacks a single target and steals a random stacked stat boost from the opponent, which is actually pretty strong. And then for the passive skill, he has Endurance, and then he has Evasive Rush 3, drastically raises the user's evasiveness after using a sync move, and then Haste, speed cannot be lowered. This concept is freaking awesome. I love this. Having multiple sync pairs in one, or multiple Pokemon in one sync pair, I love that. That is awesome. And that'll be something super cool to have. Like after a sync move, like after the animation and everything, you see the Pokeball, like them coming back to the Pokeball, and then they just switch, and then it goes into Meowth. Like that would be freaking awesome. I would love something like that. Big shout out to Linkable. This is an incredible concept right here, and I love this. And there's so much that they could actually do with this, and it's almost like having a team inside of a team. Like that is, I love it. I love it so much. This is my favorite one now, hands down my favorite. Let me know what you guys think of this one. This is awesome. So now we have Gallistan again, but this time with Celine and Ultra, or Celine Ultra with Lunala. And there'll be a Master Fair being a Striker this time. So there'll be a Ghost type, and they'll be weak to Ghost. And for the HP, they're going to be 799, Physical Attack 332, Physical Defense 216, Special Attack 385, Special Defense 232, and Speed 254. So just a little bit faster than Necrozma. And then for the moves, they're going to have Hex, X Special Attack, and Moongeist Beam. And it ignores damage reduction passive skills. So that's going to be very good in certain battles or events. And then for the trainer move, it's going to be All-Nighter, and I do like that name. Sharply raises the user's critical hit rate, applies a free move next effect to the user, which is going to be good. And if the weather is raining, also accelerate move gauge on the allied field of play. So that is good. So that when you have May on the team, the move gauge acceleration is just going to be super fast, because one, May is already going to be super fast in the rain. And then when you have the rain effect, they're also going to get the move gauge acceleration because of Lunala. So the move gauge, again, you're not going to have an issue with that because of this Master Fair. So yeah, that is a good effect for sure. And then for the sync move, Menacing Moonrays Midnight Mealstorm. Jeez, dude, your names are so long. Oh man, I like the names, but man, they're so long. Imagine these actually in Pokemon Masters. But anyways, for the passives, for the Master Passive, it's going to be the same. Oh no, it's a little bit different, okay. So it's going to be for Alola though. So powers up the moves of all ally sync pairs by 10% and reduces attack damage taken by ally sync pairs by 20%. And these percentages increase according to the number of ally sync pairs with the Alola theme on your team. And each additional sync pair's powers up moves by 10%, reducing damage by 3. And the maximum power is 30%, and the maximum damage reduction is 26%. So it's like Leon, basically. And then for passive 2, they're going to have Star Striker, amplifies the effect of sync move buff on the user's moves. So, yeah, that's pretty good. And then we have Lesson Sleep 9, so you're basically not going to be asleep at all, which is going to be very helpful on certain situations. And then you have Mutually Assured. And for the Secret, he's getting in-depth about this again, which I'm not complaining. I do really like that. And for 1 out of 5 notable tiles, Hex and Move Gauge Refresh. And then Hex is up 1, lowers the amount of move gauges required to use the move by 1. And what is Hex move gauge? It is 2, so it's going to cost you 1, so you could literally just spam that, which is going to be super good. And then for 2 out of 5, he will have Free Will 3, has a good chance of applying the move next, or the free move effects next to the user after using a free move. So, yeah, that would be pretty good. Imagine getting free moves consecutively, that would be pretty strong. And then he has Furious Brain, powers up moves the more the user's special attack has been raised, so that's a multiplier, so that's really good. And then he has Rainy Event 5. Has a great chance of applying a status condition to the target when a move is successful under rainy weather. So it can be a random effect, I guess. So that's interesting. I do really like that, though. That seems a lot of fun. And then for 3 out of 5, Moonji's Beam hit the Gas 5. Oh man, the multipliers for this Master Fairy. Jeez. Okay. And then he has Sync Move power-ups too. So the traditional Sync Move power-ups if you want to pick those up. Then you have Super Free 4. Powers up free moves by the user. Damn, okay. Yeah. This one is very strong, that's for sure. I think that's going to be it for the video. If we do one more concept, it's going to be like way too long. So for the other concepts, we'll have to save it for next week. Let me know which your favorite was from this video. My personal favorite is definitely the Meowth and Wobbuffet one. Like, they don't seem like super strong or anything, but the whole gimmick and everything, like, it just seems super, super cool. And I can see Pokemon Masters actually starting to do something like this in the future, like way in the future. Like, if they want to introduce a new mechanic or something like that, they could definitely do this. They're going to be starting the Dynamax mechanic. And that's going to be starting up around the 2-year anniversary or on the 2-year anniversary. So after the Dynamax one starts to calm down, then they'll be introducing another mechanic for like maybe the 3-year anniversary or something like that, and then this is when something like that can happen. And by like, I would love this. I would love this so much. Like, imagine having like Charizard and then Blastoise on the same sync pair, like with Red. Like, imagine Red having Blastoise and Charizard. That would help with type coverage, and it would help in different events as well. So like in Full Force Battle, like at the end stage, like they're weak to water, but you have Charizard out, you sync move, and then you turn into Blastoise, and then boom, you're super effective. Like, imagine how cool that would be. I would love that so much. But yeah, this one is hands down my favorite one, the Meowth and Wobbuffet one. But let me know which one your favorite was. That'll be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.